Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. Everton versus Luton Town in the fourth round of the FA Cup. It's a big one. It's the big one.
It is a big one.
It is. Of course it is.
Home game. Chance of getting to the fifth round. What more can you ask for?
Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. So,
God, thank
nice
God.
traditional, nice traditional. And also, like, back to being footy every week, isn't it? Now,
Yeah.
we had too much footy, then we didn't have enough footy, and now
We're striking a nice balance. That
well, we will after Tuesday, because of course we've got to play Tuesday and we have no players. But that's a side issue that we'll obviously come on to. But yeah, you know, Luton Town, obviously they've already beaten us at home this season. A massively disappointing game. But it will be tough, won't it? It will be a tough game, because I don't think Luton will look at this and go, oh, we've got to be careful about our team. I know they play on Tuesday. I think they play Brighton at home on Tuesday, don't they? So obviously that's an important game for them. Important game for us as well. But I don't look at them and think they'll make changes. I think they'll throw everything at it, because they're so far what they've shown coming into the Premier League is like, this is our one go and we're having a go at it, and we're not going to you know, revert to type of some teams who are, oh, we'll just play a completely separate 11 in the cup. I think these will have a go, and it'll be a tough game.
It will be a tough game. You saw that when they come to Goodison back in whenever it was, September, October time, and they won the game. And obviously that day, it was hugely disappointing. Everton, on that day, Everton shouldn't have been beaten by Luton. We had more than enough opportunities to win the game. You can see the two poor goals, and then spent the long time trying to pull it back, and we just didn't have enough, and they defended brilliantly, but they got better and better from then. And they're very, very competitive now. You know, I think Rob Edwards has done a fantastic job there. Clever recruitment. You know, Ross Barkley, I took him in the summer, I said it at the time. They've got Andros Townsend as well, who's done well for them of late. They got Morris, they got Adebayo. You know, they've got players who can cause issues for you. They're well organised, and they're in every single game. You know, okay, Bolton in the last round went and got a draw at Kenilworth Road, but come to the replay and Luton got past them. So they'll turn up on Saturday. They're at 1 point behind Everton in the Premier League with a game in hand. I know the game in hand's away at Bournemouth, but that's all it is between the two teams at the moment, due to, we'll see the outcome of the appeal, of course. But that's where it is right now. So both teams are matched, if you look at it like that, and it'll be a tough game, and I imagine it'll be a very tight game. And but from an Everton perspective, it's an opportunity to try to build on the home form. You know, we had a couple of really disappointing defeats. Like City wasn't disappointing, just was what it was. But we'd lost to United, and then we started to build that home form a little bit better. We beat Newcastle and Chelsea. We drawn with Villa, who could have gone top that day. We've now beat Crystal Palace at home. So we've only, I think, the last 5, maybe 6, Everton have lost once to Manchester City. And even in that game, you know, we led 1-0, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin misses a great chance at 2-1 to maybe make it 2 each. So we have been quite competitive. This is an area that the manager wants to and has to improve, which is our home form. And Saturday represents an opportunity to keep building that momentum. We know that we get through it in the 5th round, which is a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And one off, I think, as well. I think the replays are out the window after Saturday, after this round. So, good opportunity, but it'll be a very tough game.
Yeah, it will be. And, you know, you mentioned there about, obviously, the next round having no replays, but I think for Everton's squad at the moment, it'd be, if we could get it just done on Saturday, if we, you know, it would be massively important. Just with the state of the squad at the moment, doesn't look like we're bringing anyone in, although the manager has mentioned the possibility of loans. You're there on the side that it probably won't happen, rather than it will happen. And we are just struggling for this. You know, the team news, obviously, no Gomez, obviously scored the winning goal in the last round. Seamus Coleman's not ready. Wesley Young, even though he played 75 minutes for the under-21s, probably won't be available, though. You could maybe see him sneaking onto the bench, maybe. I mean, look how fast we got Dwight McNeil back, who didn't look ready. I'm sure the manager won't be taking any chances with us having Fulham on Tuesday night. Let's just have a little look at the team from the last game. So obviously there's not going to be any Gomez. Patterson, you imagine, will continue at right back. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, can you see him maybe? Or do you think maybe he might look at playing possibly Beto and Dom for once, and maybe thinking, right, yes, okay, you've got the opportunity of having Dan Juma or a Dobbin in there, but is this one where maybe he looks at it and thinks, you know what, I don't really want to drop Dominic Calvert-Lewin. That's very clear. He doesn't want to drop Dom, and I understand why, for what he gives the team. He's a different player to Beto. That's what people, I think, need to understand. But is there an option? Maybe you go, you know what, just for this one game, let's have a little look at it.
He could do. I mean, did he have the two of them together for a bit in the home game?
Yeah.
He may well have done in the Luton game when we were chasing it. Be nice to see them from the start. We'd have to change a little. We'd have to change slightly, but it'd still enable him to have a back four and a midfield four, wouldn't it? I feel like he's more likely to start Dan Juma, though, and play him either off the striker or play Jack Harrison off the striker with someone.
Well, I also think, though, these are strong on set pieces, and I think having an extra player who's big and can get back, and also with on an attacking sense as well. I used to think.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying.
Why not?
Give another reason.
Like, why not give it a go? It's a home game. It's a cup tie. We want to, if we can, we want to affect it in one game. You know what I mean? We don't really want. The last thing we really need is another replay.
Because it just seems strange. I mean, it's not strange. I mean, it just seems a little bit silly, doesn't it? That we've got, like, sitting on the bench, we've got two centre backs, you know, who don't get played. We've got, you know, Beto will come on for, let's say, 25 minutes. We've got Schmitty, who won't come on. Who scored for the 21. We've got Dan Juma, who might start, but then if he doesn't start, he might come on. So it's like we've got options, but they're the options he doesn't want to make. And the area that obviously we haven't got any options is midfield. And yes, you can create. You can put Dan Juma in, you can put Harrison central, you can put McNeil on the other side, or a variation of that. But we're only going to have two centre midfielders, two natural centre midfielders. So as I said, there is an option to say, well, if we're only going to have two, and they do complement each other, if the extra attacker is going to be actually a centre forward, then make Luton have a little think about this.
Well, why not? It's not like we are slow build up through midfield team. Is it? We thrive best, or we have thrived best when Decore's there. We know that. He's injured again. You know, he normally plays off Dom, it's been, and drops in and helps out midfield. But when Jack Harrison's played in there, he's not like he's back in the middle of the midfield winning battles, is he? He works hard, he works his socks off for you. Same when McNeil's gone central, or Dan Juma even. They're still up with the striker. So why not have one of your two strikers? Because out of possession, we're a 4-4-2 team anyway. Luton don't build up through midfield either, really. They get it forward quickly, or certainly when I've seen them, they do. Ross Barkley's really the only one who gets it and tries to play a little bit through the midfield. Not saying they can't, of course they can. But I think more often than not, they want to put you on the back foot. And they're coming to Goodison. We should be looking to put them on the back foot. Yeah. Dom has gone a long time without scoring. I think if you're playing a 4-5-1, I'd take him out Saturday. Yeah. If you're going with one up front, I'd take Dom out and give him the last half an hour, just to mix it and maybe break his mindset. But I think if you're going to go with Dom, give him a genuine bit of help then. Play Beto and just get it forward earlier. And then ask it'd be James Garner, ask James Garner to bomb on and try and pick bits up and get you two wide men, and be Harrison and McNeil, I imagine. Get them higher up the pitch, get crosses into the box, have two centre forwards to go at it. Why not? It's something different. And you know what? It might uncover a different opportunity for us. Is Decore going to be available for Fulham? Probably not. Is he going to be available for Tottenham? He didn't sound like it, but he is a quick healer, so you just never know. So if that's the case, we're going to have to look for solutions anyway in those two games, aren't we? Albeit he'll go with 4-5-1, and the option will probably be Ashley Young by then as a winger. Yeah. But for this game, this is your opportunity to maybe go, you know what, we are down to bare bones numbers-wise, really. So why not play me two centre forwards? You just said it, you've got Yusuf Chimiti there if you want someone to come on last 10 and run around. He scored in midweek. Or you do have the option of going, right, another wide player, Dan Juma, push one of my wingers in field. But I'd give it a go with the 2 and just see how it goes. You can always change it after. You can, Sean, honestly. You can always change it after an hour if it isn't working.
Yeah.
If you just feel like neither of them are really in the game, go throw an extra body in midfield. But why not mix it up? He done it a lot at Burnley, didn't he?
Or I suppose the other option is we could go 3-5-2. No, that's changing it a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. And we could, and he's done it before.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Beto start than a Michael Keane, say, because I just don't think, that puts us on the back foot, because he won't. If he went 3-5-2 with 2 genuine forwards, then you'd go, okay, I get it a little bit. But he won't. It'd be more like a 3-4-3, and then it'd be Jack Harrison trying to drop off. So if you're going to do that, play the 4-4-1-1. But why not? Why not just go with Beto and Dom and see if we can get a couple of goals and see if we can help Dom out?
Let's have a little look at Luton's team. And obviously, I mean, you can see there how, playing 3 at the back, and this was the team against Bolton away, and how compact it is in the middle there. And obviously, Chong
scored, didn't he?
Done well of late, and obviously you've got Ross Barkley, who those two are going to provide the danger coming out of midfield. And then Ross this season has looked like he was getting back to his best. Let's have a look at some of his numbers. 15 games, 2 goals, XG of 1.76, assists 1, and an XA of 0.98.
5-8.
5-8. 9-8.
9-8, sorry, that's me.
I'm conflicting reports here.
Trying to read it.
And as you can see, his heat map is all over the place. But he has massively improved, hasn't he? He's not improved. He's got game time, and he's reacted to the game time. He's just back playing football again.
Good player. I know there'll be a lot of Blues who don't want to accept it, but he's a good footballer. And ironically, Everton just don't have anybody like him.
Yeah.
If we had him in the midfield with James Garner and with Amadou Onana running off the straight, it'd be perfect for what we'd have. He'd be a good player. He was available on a free, low wages. I personally would have taken him. I think he would have improved us big time for that. But he's gone then, he's done really well. And like you just said, because he's playing regularly, he's improving and he's a good footballer. But they will, I looked at that team there, I still think they'll be a bit stronger than that. There's no Adebayo there. There's no Andros Townsend there. But then again, it depends what Rob Edwards, how he looks at it. You know, it's great going, well, Luton will just go for it. They may well do, but he might also go, we're actually very much still in this fight to stay up. Forget about it. Even if he looks past Everton, do you know what I mean? They're 4 points off Forest, are they? And 5 off Brentford. So that's nothing, really, with a game in hand. So he may well be looking and thinking Brighton's the bigger of the two for them. As I imagine Sean Dyche is looking at Fulham as the bigger of the two, and he may well end up with a team like that, but he could also go a little bit stronger and give us a little bit more of a, more of something to worry about. Yeah,
and obviously Adebayo and Andros Townsend and people like that could be in his thoughts at the weekend. You know, he has got a squad and he's gonna use it, but it's going to be a tough game. It's just going to be one of those niggly, tricky games, isn't it? And as I said, we're going to have to change, obviously, again. That's the frustration for us, isn't it? And I know, listen, we're not the only club that suffers with injuries. Other clubs have been decimated as well. But when and this isn't really a criticism of the manager, but he relies on a certain amount of players, doesn't he? Even though they're a big bench, he's got probably in his mind maybe 13, 14 who he thinks they're my players, like my first team, so to speak. When they start dropping off, you're having to piece things in. We haven't come up with anything for the core, and we get Andre Gomez, who you sort of go, okay, he's doing all right. Sod's law, he's injured. And that is the big thing. The manager must be pulling his hair out, but he hasn't really got any to pull out. He must be thinking, Jesus, since I've come to this club, everything's been kind of against me, even though he's made improvements and he's made Everton a better team and he's got everyone on the same kind of page. We've been hit with a points deduction, or we've been hit with this, and then when he's coped with that, well, injuries have arrived, he's had men sent off for no reason, sort of thing. So he's doing very well to roll with the punches at the moment, Sean Dyche, and I think this is why
in my opinion, the club have got to really move everything they've got to go and bring them a couple of players who are useful, who can come in and help us for this second half of the season. We've got to. The core, play. Everton do very well. At once, he was at 11 in 33, I think, before he got injured for Dyche, goals-wise. Gets injured, we don't win a game. We come back, he comes back, he scores a goal, albeit it's offside, but he finishes it well. He's injured again, misses the games. Okay, we win the next one with Gomez, but now he's out again, and it's a hamstring injury, which is normally 4 weeks, which you'd have him. Spurs, you'd be like, is there any chance it might be more like Man City? Then you look at City and go. So he's key. Everybody else we've kind of pieced together. Yeah. That is an area we haven't been able to solve at all. No. And therefore, that's why, for me, the club have got to explore every avenue possible and give the manager a little bit of help. I know it's difficult. It's a difficult month anyway. But, you know, the likes of Forest are trying to get Rayner in and people like that. There are players out there, and Everton have got to explore it to give the manager a fighting chance and give the players a bit of help.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone else is strengthening, and Everton are can't by the looks of it. But yeah, if they can get anything over the line from Wednesday, that would be huge. So there you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
We can win this though. It's a home game. If this isn't downbeat, with opportunity to get in the 5th round, then you get a home draw again. Who knows? It's a one-off game. Absolutely. This, let's keep the momentum going at Goodison. Let's get out there
Unbeaten
Saturday.
This year.
Get out there
Saturday
clean sheet. And beat Luton.
Another clean sheet.
Very quickly, does Pickford play? Or is it Virginia again?
I'd probably play Virginia. Probably.
Okay, interesting. Done well, hasn't he, in the 2 cup games? So, why not?
It's not good. There you go.
I think that's the thing anymore, in all honesty.
There you go. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. Daily exclusive videos, plus all your videos and podcasts don't have adverts on them. We all know how annoying that is. So if you want to join us over, the link is in the description. The QR codes come up on the screen now. See you later.